Ho, ho, ho! Welcome back to the Apple Podcast. I'm your host, Honeycrisp Cringle, and to my right we have...
Comet.
Today is our Christmas special, and we'll be showing you how to make 5 holiday dishes that you can bring to any holiday party to wow the crowd. Please join us.
So for our first dish, it's a Smith family classic. For our longtime viewers, you may have seen it on one of our early episodes. It is called apples and peanut butter. So first off, you need to start by, cutting your apple at least in half so you can get a couple slices out. And personally, I don't like to keep the seeds in there, so I cut those guys out as well.
You're ruthlessly efficient.
I've been doing this a long time. It's been passed down from my mother to me, her mother to her grandma to her, and her grandma to her. Skips a generation. It's interesting.
Wow.
But yes, I have a lot of practice in cutting apples for apples and peanut butter. All right, so now let's get to the fun part. You take your peanut butter, open her on up. You take your knife. You put it in there, 45 degrees, not 42, not 43, not 47, 45 degrees, and you just scrape along, get some peanut butter.
Flawless technique.
Absolutely. It's going to fall off here. Oh, it did not. Good.
Wow. Thrilling.
I know, ridiculous. And then you just take it and slide it right onto your apple. And this was kind of a lot, so I'll spread it onto this other apple as well. And then you take your garnish here, place it on your plate, put your apples on, any sort of fashion that makes them look nice and presentable.
May I have a taste?
Absolutely. Go ahead and try it. Let me know how it is.
I will say the peanut butter pairs nicely with the Fuji.
That it does. That it does.
I'd probably give that a 3.5 out of 5 apple cores.
Okay.
If you want to go on to the second dish.
Sounds good. Let's go on to the second dish. So this next dish is a real hit at the parties. It's called apple teeth. And you'll see why here in a quick second. So you start out by, let's use the same half from the previous recipe just to save apples. But you start out by cutting it in half to give you a nice little wedge. And then you cut it in half again along that same sort of wedge line so that you can make it look like a little mouth sort of thing, right? So we'll break it open like that. Then you take your peanut butter, again, you know the proper scraping method from the last recipe.
45 degrees.
Exactly. Learn quickly. Take your peanut butter again, slather on your apple. And to also save peanut butter, we're just going to press this guy together real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just to save peanut butter and time. Wow, that did not work very well, but that's okay.
What kind of parties do you take these to?
Any holiday parties, around the season time of the year, so.
Oh, how specific.
Very, I try to be.
So, where do the teeth come into play for this recipe?
Oh, you're about to find out. I just needed to add a little bit more peanut butter to make it look a little more authentic.
Oh, sure.
Yep. So here we go. Here's where the teeth come into play. So, like usual, or like your average adult human's mouth, you want to be anatomically correct with these teeth. So you add your perfect amount of 6 teeth into your apple mouth. 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy looks like he needs a little bit of braces, but that's okay. And then...
Don't we all?
Exactly. So then you just put them together like that, and you have your apple teeth.
Okay.
Would you like to try it?
Sure. That sounds great.
I'd say just use your hand. It's going to be the easiest.
I agree.
So how is it?
Bone apple teeth.
Bone apple teeth. All right.
Well, let's get on to the next dish. Now for our third dish, I'll be showing you an Appleseed family classic. This is called apples and hazelnut spread.
Oh, wow. That sounds really similar to apples and peanut butter.
I assure you, it is far superior. This recipe dates back in the Appleseed family to the 1400s.
Wow. Were you around back then?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, you're pretty old, so.
So we'll be getting right to the cut, pre-cut apples to expedite the process, which is something that Comet also neglected to do. So
yeah, that guy.
Now here we have the hazelnut spread, and typically for hazelnut spread you want to go in at a slightly higher angles, probably 46 degrees, 47 degrees, and then so you go in there, you get the spread.
Okay.
You spread it on the apple ever so gingerly.
Oh.
Give it a little caress.
Oh, nice.
And then you can put it on your plate if you want to take a taste of that.
Alrighty, let's see how it stacks up to my apples and peanut butter.
I assure you, it'll be an experience like no other.
All right. No, it is good. I think I'm going to have to give it a negative 2.5 out of 5.
Well, you're certainly generous in your scoring. I will say that. Really thought you were going to like it more than that. I'm kind of surprised.
No, don't get me wrong. It's close to the apples and peanut butter, but nothing can beat my family recipe.
Okay, I think we'll have to agree to disagree.
Should we get on to the next recipe?
Sure.
All right, so this recipe is called Smith's Killer Applesauce, and it dates back to $13.99 on New Year's Eve. So off camera, I had to do a little preparation, which involved skinning the apples alive, taking out their hearts, chopping them into little pieces, and boiling them with cinnamon and sugar until they're soft enough to be put into this guy right here. This part is easy enough, even an apple seed can do it.
What are you trying to say?
You know what I'm trying to say.
I mean, it can't be that hard. I'll do it.
I'm trying. You just have to turn it on. Press the button. Press the other button. Press the other button.
It's not working.
Press the button. You're a disgrace to the family name. It's not even plugged in.
Hey Gramps, I know things got kind of heated back there, but as our longtime viewers know, I'm certainly partial to a Honeycrisp, and the Appleseed and Smith families have settled their differences over an apple pie for generations upon generations. So today I've brought this beautiful apple pie that we can enjoy together.
That's great. I also brought an apple pie,
I'm so touched.
but we can just use yours.
That's okay with me. So we'll just slide the pie out here, and as tradition dictates, we will both take a mouthful. Link arms. And the feud is resolved. Thank you for joining us for this Christmas special of the Apple Podcast. Happy holidays, and join us next week for our New Year's special that you don't want to miss.
I'm just knuckling, knock it off. It's Stone Cold War!